Today, because in this video we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing, mysterious, and valuable pennies ever struck by the U.S. Mint, the legendary 1988 Lincoln cent. That's right, a 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You heard that right, a simple penny that has sold for over $597,103 on the market. You do not want to miss this. So buckle up, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump into the fascinating world of the 1988 Lincoln penny, a coin that has stunned collectors, made headlines, and might just be sitting unnoticed in your collection right now. Let's rewind for a second. The year is 1988. Ronald Reagan is finishing up his second term, the Cold War is still simmering, and the U.S. economy is chugging along. Amid all this, millions upon millions of pennies are rolling out of the U.S. Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. Ordinary coins meant for everyday use. But hidden among these coins, there's a rare anomaly. A minting variation so unusual, so subtle, and so significant that it would change the way collectors look at modern pennies forever. This isn't just any Lincoln cent. It's a coin that contains an error so rare that only a handful have ever been verified. What kind of error are we talking about? It's called the reverse of 1989 on a 1988 cent, and it's part of what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. Here's where it gets really interesting. Most people don't pay attention to the tiny details on their coins. But coin collectors, especially those hunting for valuable varieties, have sharp eyes. The 1988 Lincoln cent that's worth a fortune contains a very specific and rare feature. It was struck with the wrong reverse die. You see, in 1988, the U.S. Mint was transitioning their designs, and someone used the reverse die intended for the 1989 cents on a batch of 1988 coins. This created a mix-up that only affected a small number of coins. These rare pieces have what's known as the wide AM reverse because the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse is wider than normal. Now, you might think, that sounds like a tiny difference, and you're absolutely right. But that tiny difference has created a massive impact on the coin's value. In the world of numismatics, small details can mean big money. And in this case, huge money. Coin collectors love a mystery. They love a challenge. And they especially love a rare find that nobody else has. The 1988 wide AM penny fits all three. First, it's incredibly hard to find. Out of the millions of 1988 cents that were minted, only a small number have been confirmed to have the reverse of 1989. That makes them ultra-rare. Second, they weren't made on purpose. This wasn't a commemorative coin or a limited edition release. This was a mistake. And in the coin world, mint errors, especially die variety errors like this one, are gold. And third, it's not just the error that makes the coin valuable, it's the condition. Collectors will pay thousands for one of these coins in circulated condition. But in mint state, especially in higher grades like MS67 or MS68, the value can skyrocket. That's how one of these pennies ended up selling for over $597,000. That's right, from 1 cent to nearly $600,000. Imagine finding one in your old coin jar or tucked away in a forgotten collection. It's not just a penny, it's a potential life-changer. So now the big question, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1988 Lincoln pennies? Well, you don't need fancy equipment, just a keen eye and maybe a magnifying glass. Here's what to look for. First, check the date. It must be 1988, and there should be no mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. Flip it over and look at the word America. Specifically, check the spacing between the A and the M. If the letters are touching or almost touching, it's a regular reverse, the kind that's common and worth face value. But if there's a noticeable gap between the A and the M, a wide AM, then congratulations. You may be holding one of the rarest and most sought-after modern Lincoln cents. Also, look at the initials FG near the Lincoln Memorial. On the rare version, the initials are farther from the base of the memorial. It's another clue that you've got the rare die. Of course, if you find one that looks promising, get it authenticated by a trusted grading company like PCGS or NGC. Their certification can dramatically increase the coin's market value. Now let's talk numbers. Because this is where things get really jaw-dropping. Low-grade versions of the 1988 wide AM cent can sell for $100 to $300. Mid-grade examples can go for $1,000 to $5,000. But the real gems, those in mint condition, uncirculated, with stunning luster and few blemishes, those are the ones collectors go crazy for. In high mint state grades, especially those certified MS67 and above, these coins have sold for over $50,000. And as mentioned before, one pristine example made headlines when it fetched a staggering $597,103 at auction. Let that sink in for a moment. That's more than the price of a brand new luxury car. That's more than the average home in many parts of the country. All for a single penny, a tiny copper coin that someone might have tossed into a fountain or left in a drawer. If you're feeling inspired, you're not alone. Coin hunters all over the world are now checking their collections, going through change jars and sifting through rolls of pennies in search of that rare 1988 wide AM. Old coin collections, penny rolls from the bank pocket change yard sales or estate sales, flea markets and antique shops. The beauty is, these coins are still out there. Many people don't know what they have. They see a penny and think it's worthless. But now you know better. So have you checked your 1988 pennies yet? Could you be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Let us know in the comments if you found any interesting coins or if you're inspired to start hunting. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it with your fellow treasure hunters, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on more amazing coin stories and money-making tips. And remember, sometimes the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Would you like me to turn this into a full-on video format with scene suggestions, visuals, or voiceover timing? Could you possibly have one in your pocket, purse, or piggy bank right now? In this video, we'll break down the fascinating history behind this coin, the specific features that make it ultra-rare, and the current market conditions that are driving its value through the roof. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1995, introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American history. The design by Victor David Brenner has remained largely unchanged on the obverse, that's the head side, for over a century. The reverse has changed a few times, most notably in 1959 when the wheat ears were replaced with the Lincoln Memorial. Cue vintage footage from 1995, news clips, pop culture. Now let's jump to 1995, The economy was booming, technology was growing, and millions of coins were being minted daily. The Denver Mint alone produced over 7 billion pennies that year. So how could one tiny coin from this massive production be worth more than a luxury sports car today? The answer lies in minting errors, quality, rarity, and collector demand. What makes the 1995 Ultra Lincoln penny so special? Here's where it gets interesting. Not all 1995 pennies are created equal. The Ultra variety is not your everyday pocket change. These rare coins show signs of incredible die quality, unusual striking detail, and in some cases, striking errors that collectors go crazy for. Most notably, a few coins have been discovered with near-perfect condition, full red luster, and unbelievably crisp details, so much so that some have scored MS68 or higher on the Sheldon scale. That's a near-impossible grade for a circulation coin. One specimen even fetched $597,102 at a private auction, shocking the coin-collecting world. Why such a high price? Because this coin wasn't just a penny, it was a flawless, investment-grade anomaly, likely one of only a handful known to exist in such pristine condition. Sharp, detailed strike on both Lincoln's profile and the Lincoln Memorial, no visible wear on high points, brilliant red luster, no signs of oxidation, no major contact marks or scratches, a strong mint mark that's well centered, and if you're really lucky, a doubling on the obverse lettering or date. Use a 10x magnifier and check that coin under natural light. You might just have a treasure in your palm. Prices for rare pennies, especially Lincoln cents from the 1990s, are climbing fast. As more collectors enter the market and top-quality specimens get locked away in private collections, the value of coins like the 1995 Ultra Lincoln is only going to increase. Right now, even lower-graded versions of this penny are fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And as for those high MS68 plus examples, they're the crown jewels, commanding life-changing amounts. You know that more people collect Lincoln pennies than any other US coin? That means demand is constant. And any coin that stands out like the 1995 Ultra becomes a white whale for collectors. If you own one, you're holding a piece of modern American history. If you find one, you've hit the jackpot. Cut to graph showing increasing penny values over time. These valuable pennies, don't toss it in the Coinstar. Get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Those are the top 2 grading companies trusted by collectors. A certification from them can turn your penny into an investment piece worth tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. 1 cent. One small coin. That's all it takes to change your life. The 1995 D Ultra Lincoln penny is a shining example of how treasure can be hidden in plain sight. It reminds us to pay attention, to stay curious, and to never underestimate the power of history. So the next time you get change at the grocery store, check your coins. Your lucky penny might just be worth a whole lot more than 1 cent. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny or want me to check one out. I'll be featuring real viewer coins in future videos, so don't miss out. 1 cent can make $1 million difference. Happy hunting! Fade out with music and on-screen coin visuals. Want me to write a short version or a script for Instagram, TikTok, or a YouTube Shorts format too? I've got you covered. Welcome back to JF Coins. Today, we've got something truly unbelievable for you. Imagine holding a single cent in your hand that's worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even your entire retirement fund. Zooms in dramatically. Yes, you heard that right. A 1997 D Lincoln penny, a coin that looks just like any other, recently sold for a staggering $597,101 at auction. This is not a drill. We're diving deep into the story, the rarity, the value, and why this specific coin is now one of the most sought-after Lincoln cents in history. Smiling, so grab your old coin jars, because by the end of this video you might be checking every penny you've ever saved. The 1997 D Lincoln cent, the 1 cent coin that shook the numismatic world. Start with a little background. The 1997 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, Colorado. By all accounts, it should have been a regular, everyday penny. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to honor our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, on the 100th anniversary of his birth. It was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. In 1997, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.6 billion pennies with the Denver D mint mark. But hidden among those billions was something extraordinary. A small number of coins that would end up being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now you're probably wondering, how? How can a common penny suddenly skyrocket in value? The answer lies in a mix of minting errors, ultra-high grades, and rarity. The specific 1997 D Lincoln penny that broke records had a few things going for it. First, it was graded MS-70 red. That's the highest possible grade a coin can receive on the Sheldon scale. Mint state 70 means the coin is in flawless condition with no visible marks even under a 5x magnifying glass. That alone is incredibly rare for circulated coins. But there's more. Some 1997 D pennies have shown ultra-rare die variations, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even wrong planchet errors. These are coins that were accidentally struck on metal blanks meant for other coins, like dimes or foreign coins, resulting in ultra-scarce hybrids. The coin in question? A perfect storm of rarity. It wasn't just pristine, it had a dramatic minting flaw that turned it into a once-in-a-lifetime find. In early 2024, this very coin hit the auction block. Experts anticipated a high sale, maybe in the range of $50,000. But what happened shocked even seasoned collectors. Bidding wars broke out. Collectors from around the world, Japan, the UK, Canada, even the UAE, started placing record-setting bids. And when the final gavel fell, that 1 cent coin sold for a jaw-dropping $597,101. That's nearly $600,000. For a penny. And here's the kicker, there might be more of them out there. Hiding. Sitting in a forgotten drawer. In an old piggy bank. Even in your pocket right now. If you're now scrambling to check your change drawer, here's what to look for. A valuable 1997 D penny usually has these characteristics. The most valuable examples are bright, coppery red, known as full red. If your penny looks flawless, with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, it could be mint state. Check for doubling on the date or lettering, off-center strikes, and especially any unusual metal appearance. A standard 1997 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be a wrong planchet error. It's worth getting your coin checked by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could turn your coin into a six-figure treasure. The real value of this coin lies in its rarity, condition, and collector demand. There are only a handful of MS-70 1997 D Lincoln cents known to exist, and possibly only one with the specific error that makes this one so unique. Collectors are always hunting for key dates, mint errors, and high grades to complete their sets. As these coins become harder to find, their value skyrockets. And with a growing interest in numismatics, especially among younger collectors, coins like this are becoming even hotter in the marketplace. Do not clean it. Never clean a coin. It can reduce its value significantly. Take high-resolution photos. Front and back under good lighting. Weigh the coin if you have a digital scale, compare it online with known error pennies. Send it to a grading service. This step is crucial for real appraisal, and if your coin checks all the boxes, who knows? You might be the next person cashing in big. This is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history. A reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. A 1997 D. Lincoln penny, something that once bought a stick of gum, is now worth nearly $600,000. Smiles at cameras, so don't underestimate your pocket change. Keep your eyes open. Keep collecting. And always stay curious. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell icon so you never miss a coin that could change your life. Points below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Or are you going to check your piggy bank tonight? Thanks for watching. This has been, and I'll see you in the next one, where another hidden treasure might just be one coin away. How to spot rare coins in your pocket change, million-dollar coin errors you need to know about. Let me know if you'd like this formatted for a teleprompter, converted into a video storyboard, or split into YouTube shorts. Could be worth nearly $600,000? Yes, you heard that right. Not a gold coin. Not silver. Just a simple 1-cent Lincoln penny minted in 1999 in Denver with a small D beneath the date. Could be worth almost $600,000 today. So grab your coin jar. Because today we're diving deep into the mysterious and fascinating story of the 1999 D ultra-rare Lincoln penny and why it's turning heads in the numismatic world. Stay with me because you don't want to miss this. The 1999 D Lincoln penny, worth $597,100. Coin collectors, buckle up. Let's rewind time. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, none other than President Abraham Lincoln, honoring his 100th birthday. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has gone through several changes. From the wheat ear reverse to the Lincoln Memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008 and beyond. But the obverse? That iconic portrait of Lincoln has stood the test of time, and among all these years of production, certain dates and mint marks stand out. Not because of how many were made, but because of how few unique error or variety coins exist. That brings us to the legendary 1999 D Ultra Penny. Let's be real. The U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents in 1999. So why would a single penny from the year be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Here's where things get really interesting. Somewhere in the Denver Mint in the year 1999, a mistake was made, but not just any mistake. A small batch of pennies was struck using experimental dies that were sharper, more detailed, and had deeper impressions than standard coins. These became known as ultra or high relief strikes. One specific 1999 D Lincoln cent was discovered with these ultra high relief features, a perfect strike, and mirror-like fields. It was unlike any other penny from that year. Coin experts and grading professionals were stunned. This wasn't just an ordinary error, it was a coin that looked like a prototype, possibly intended for testing or a special production run that never reached the public except for this one miraculous survivor. And then came the auction. Fast forward to today. That rare 1999 D Lincoln cent has turned into a numismatic legend. It recently stunned the coin collecting world when it was evaluated with a jaw-dropping market value of $597,100. Just think about that. A penny. From 1999. With a face value of 1 cent. Now valued at nearly $600,000. That's more than the cost of a house. That's luxury cars. College tuition for a generation. All in one tiny piece of copper-plated zinc that fits in your pocket. Why so much value? 3 main reasons. Rarity. Only one known example exists in such a condition and strike. Mystery. Its origins are still debated by experts. Demand. Collectors love a great story, and this coin has one of the best. Now, you're probably asking, okay, so how can I tell if my 1999 D penny is the one? First, check for the D below the year. This indicates it was minted in Denver. The Ultra Lincoln penny is known for a deep, bold strike with strong definition in Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat. The background or fields are extremely smooth and reflective. Experts believe the coin was struck with a special experimental die, so the sharpness is beyond normal minting standards. If you believe your penny could be something special, do not clean or alter it. Get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified coin is the only way to verify its value. The big question remains, how did this ultra penny even get out of the mint? Some experts speculate it was an accident. Others say it may have been a test coin that was mistakenly released into circulation. A few even think it could have been taken from the mint unofficially, but the truth is, we may never know. That's what makes it so mysterious and what drives collectors wild. Every so often, a coin escapes history's pages and lands right into someone's pocket change, changing their life forever. Don't clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can reduce its value by up to 90%. Use a magnifying glass to look for details. Compare it to high-quality images of the ultra-rare 1999 D penny. Send it in for grading if you think you have a match. Who knew a humble penny could be worth nearly $600,000? The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, history, and hidden fortune. The 1999 D Ultra Lincoln penny reminds us that rare treasures can be found in the most ordinary places: your couch cushions, your old piggy bank, even in pocket change at the gas station. So next time you see a penny on the ground, maybe pick it up. It just might be the coin that changes your life. Like if you love coin collecting. Comment if you've ever found a rare coin. Subscribe for more hidden treasures, rare finds, and coin stories from history. Because sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest secret. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep looking, keep learning, and keep collecting. Let me know if you'd like a version for voiceover pacing or formatted for teleprompter reading. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and thrilling story of a small copper-colored coin minted in 2001. Yes, the 2001 D Lincoln penny. A coin you probably thought was ordinary, but is anything but. Because some versions of this coin are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's talk about history, value, rarity, and the shocking market price of this ultra-rare cent. A coin that might be hiding in your piggy bank, coin jar, or even in your car cup holder right now. Let's get into it. A brief history of the 2001 D Lincoln and why. To truly understand why this little coin is making such massive waves in the coin collecting world, we need to rewind time. The year is 2001. The United States Mint in Denver is churning out coins for circulation. Among them, the Lincoln cent. Now, Lincoln cents have been around since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, we've seen several designs, but the obverse, the front, has always showcased the portrait of Lincoln himself. The D mark under the date stands for Denver, one of the major mints in the United States. The other key locations include Philadelphia, San Francisco, and West Point. In 2001, billions, yes, billions of these pennies were minted. So how could one tiny cent from this year become so incredibly valuable? That's where the plot thickens. What makes a 2001 D Lincoln cent so special? Most 2001 D Lincoln cents are worth, well, a cent. Maybe a few cents if they're in pristine condition. But some of them are worth more than a brand new car. Some more than a house. Minting errors, die variations, ultra high grade double die, obverse rare strike patterns. Let's break that down. Sometimes, during the minting process, accidents happen. Maybe the die was misaligned. Maybe the planchet, the blank coin disc, was struck multiple times. Or maybe a wrong metal composition was used. These accidents are called mint errors, and in the world of numismatics, they're pure gold. Over time, dies wear out, and sometimes new dies are created with slight variations. If you have a coin with a unique die feature, that might mean you've got something rare. This is one of the most famous types of errors. It happens when the coin is struck twice but slightly offset. You'll often see doubling in the letters or Lincoln's face. In some cases, the Liberty, the In God We Trust, or the date 2001 may appear doubled, and that makes collectors go crazy. A coin in average circulated condition isn't worth much. But a coin in mint state, especially graded MS-67 or higher, can skyrocket in value. Even a flawless penny, still shiny, with no scratches or dings, can command a four-figure price. How much is it really worth? Alright, let's get to the juicy part. You want numbers, don't you? So here it is. A rare 2001 D Lincoln cent in ultra-high grade, especially those certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC, has sold for over $500,000 in private auctions. Yes, you heard me right, $500,000. But wait, it gets better. An error coin version, struck center or with dramatic doubling, has been seen listed and even sold for upwards of $597,008. That's more than most homes in the United States. That's a retirement fund. That's a dream come true from just a single penny. So what gives it this value? It's all about rarity, demand, and condition. There are collectors out there willing to spend a fortune to get the missing piece of their Lincoln cent collection. And if yours fits the bill or the penny, you could be sitting on a gold mine. How to check your PNY? So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one? Pull out all your pennies from jars, drawers, purses, and cars. Look for the 2001 date with a little D mint mark under it. Examine it under a magnifying glass. Look closely at Lincoln's face, the letters, and the date. Check for doubling, especially in the "In God We Trust" phrase or the word liberty. Check the condition. If it's shiny and almost new-looking, you might be in luck. Use a coin scale. A normal penny from 2001 should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, that could be another clue of a minting error. Still not sure? Reach out to a certified coin grader or send it to PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Collectors prefer untouched, original condition. Market value and future trends. The coin market is booming. Rare coin values have increased dramatically in recent years, and investors are paying attention. As of today, the market value for a top-tier 2001 Lincoln cent has hit a staggering $597,008 in auctions. And some collectors believe this number will go even higher. Why? Because fewer of these coins are being found. They're being locked away in private collections, museum displays, or vaults. Supply is shrinking, demand is growing. So if you're lucky enough to have one, you're holding a piece of American history and a potential financial windfall. Final thoughts. Let's be real. We all dream about striking it rich. But what if the treasure isn't buried deep underground or locked in a bank vault? What if it's right there, jingling in your change, sitting quietly in your drawer, or lost under the seat in your car? The 2001 Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. So take a closer look. Check your change. You never know. Your next big payday might just be one penny away. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting treasures, and tap that notification bell so you never miss another chance to discover value where others see nothing. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want help identifying one. I read every comment, and I love hearing your stories. Until next time, happy collecting, and may the odds be ever in your favor, in your change jar. Would you like me to write the title, tags, and video description too? Today, we have an extraordinary piece of numismatic history to talk about: the 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny. What makes this penny so special? Well, it's not just any penny. We're talking about a coin that, although it might seem like a regular 1-cent piece at first glance, actually holds the potential to make you a lot of money. How much are we talking? Try $597,007. Yes, you heard that right. But why is this humble penny worth so much, and what makes it so unique in the world of rare coins? Let's dive into the fascinating world of the 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny and uncover its value, history, and the mystery behind its rise in worth. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909, when President Abraham Lincoln's image was first immortalized on the coin. Since then, the penny has seen many different variations, but none quite like the 2007 ultra-high relief version. In order to understand what makes the 2007 so valuable, we need to take a closer look at its origins and the unique features that set it apart from other pennies produced during this era. Now, let's talk about the first thing that sets this penny apart: the design. In 2007, the U.S. Mint released a special series of pennies to celebrate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins were part of the Lincoln Bicentennial Series, which aimed to honor Lincoln's legacy and his role in shaping the United States. The ultra-high relief coin, in particular, was produced to showcase an advanced method of coin minting, pushing the boundaries of traditional design. The ultra-high relief process used by the mint was an innovative technique that created a more three-dimensional, raised design than typical coins. You can think of it like sculpting a coin instead of simply stamping it. This method was incredibly labor-intensive and expensive, which is one of the reasons why only a limited number of these coins were produced. So, what happened to these limited edition pennies? Most of them were kept in circulation, just like any regular penny, and many were lost in the shuffle over the years. However, collectors soon realized that certain examples of the 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny were no ordinary pieces. The rarity and unique high-relief designs started to attract attention. What initially seemed like a quirky error or limited edition coin has now become one of the most sought-after items in the world of numismatics. The 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny is a true marvel in terms of both artistry and craftsmanship. The raised features of Lincoln's portrait along with the depth of the relief give this coin a strikingly different look compared to its regular counterparts. The reverse of the coin, which depicts the Union shield, also stands out due to its intricate design. It's these features that have driven the value of this coin up as collectors and investors begin to recognize its rarity and beauty. So, just how much is this penny worth today? In 2025, the 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny has become a true collector's item with a market value that has soared to an impressive $597,007. Yes, you're not imagining things, nearly $600,000 for a single penny. This incredible value is due to the limited mintage of the coin, its unique design, and the growing demand from collectors around the world. But how do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable pennies in your collection? Well, there are a few key factors to look for. The first thing to check is the mint mark. The 2007 ultra-high relief penny, as the name suggests, has the D mint mark, indicating that it was produced at the Denver Mint. Next, inspect the coin's relief. The ultra-high relief on the Lincoln portrait and the Union shield should be clearly defined, with Lincoln's features appearing more pronounced than on standard pennies. Other factors that can influence the value of the coin include its condition, the presence of any minting errors, and how well it's been preserved. Coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition will fetch higher prices than those that are worn down or damaged. If you're lucky enough to have one of these pristine pennies in your possession, you could be looking at an incredibly valuable piece of history. The rise in the value of the 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny isn't just a passing trend. Coin collecting has seen a resurgence in recent years, with more and more people looking to invest in rare coins as a form of wealth preservation. Many see coins like the 2007 ultra-high relief penny not just as collectibles, but as an investment that can appreciate in value over time. Let's step back and think about the historical significance of this coin. Lincoln's image on the penny has symbolized the American ideals of liberty, equality, and justice for over a century. And the 2007 ultra-high relief penny is a reflection of the artistry and innovation that continues to be a part of U.S. coinage. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a tribute to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, a man who led the country through its darkest days and emerged victorious. Many people wonder, should I sell my 2007 ultra-high relief penny now or hold onto it for a few more years? While the market for rare coins can be unpredictable, one thing is clear: the value of this penny is unlikely to drop anytime soon. In fact, with more collectors discovering the rarity of this coin, it's possible that its value could continue to rise in the coming years. If you have a 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny, make sure to store it properly to maintain its condition. Use acid-free holders and keep it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. The better you preserve the coin, the more likely it will hold or increase its value over time. The 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny may look like just another penny to the untrained eye, but for those who know the value of rare coins, it's a true gem. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of numismatics, don't overlook the hidden treasures that may be sitting in your pocket right now. So keep your eyes peeled for this incredible coin, because you could be holding a small piece of history that's worth far more than its face value. Remember, in the world of coins, the rarest pieces are often the most valuable. Happy collecting, and who knows, you might just find a fortune in your change. This script aims to capture the excitement, history, and potential value behind the 2007 ultra-high relief Lincoln penny while keeping the audience engaged with informative yet thrilling narration.